It was just another laid-back Friday in NC. The sun had dipped low, but the heat clung to the streets like smoke in the summer air. Bounty had just cracked open a bottle of Seagram's gin, the plastic still fresh on the cap, when he leaned back into his lawn chair like a king settling into his throne. A thin cloud of sweet Indo hung above the porch, curling around the beats drifting from a boombox by the door. Inside the house, the party was already alive. The music was loud, the mood even louder. The living room had turned into a dance floor, and every corner buzzed with laughter, flirtation, and the hiss of cans popping open. The crew was deep, some old school homies, a few new heads, all gathered under one roof because, as always, Bounty made it happen. "Mom ain't home," he chuckled, flicking his lighter as the blunt passed back to him. Around 2 a.m., the party hadn't lost an ounce of steam. Bounty glanced at his pocket, full of rubbers just in case, and exchanged a knowing nod with one of the homies who was lining up the next track. "Turn off the lights, shut them doors," someone hollered. "We got all night." He strolled outside to catch a breeze and rolled slowly down the street, Indo lit, a cup of gin in his hand. The beat played like a soundtrack behind him, each sip loosening the tension of the week. His mind drifted back to the hustle, money, beats, respect, and how somehow he kept it all spinning day after day. Not bad for a bounty from the NC. Down on 24-27, he bumped into Sadie, used to be the homeboy's lady, but now she looked hungry for a little late-night attention. She smiled, leaned close, said something slick. Bounty shook his head and laughed, cool as ever. "Nah, baby, these NUTs ain't on the menu tonight." Back at the pad, Casey rolled through with a trunk full of Tanqueray and a blunt thick as a corn dog. "Chronic bubonic," he said, striking a match. One hit, and it sent them both into coughing fits like rookies. But there was no stopping now. Not with Compton girls giggling on the couch, music thumping, and the air thick with smoke and secrets. Later, a cherry on top turned into a joke about whipped cream and fast exits. Bounty raised up off the cot with a grin, adjusting his shades as he headed for the door. "Don't trip, baby. That's just the game. Ain't no love in the forecast tonight." As the sky began to pale with dawn, the last chords of funk carried him out, rollin', smokin', forever laid back. Mind on his money, money on his mind.